Imagine this scenario. It is late December 2025. You are sitting in your living room, looking at your tech setup. On the coffee table lies your iPhone 17 Pro, a marvel of titanium and glass, powered by the A19 chip. On your desk sits an M5 MacBook Pro, a machine so fast it renders 8K video before you can blink. You are surrounded by the cutting edge of technology. But then, you look up at your TV. Sitting quietly underneath, it is a small, black plastic box. It looks fine. It streams Netflix. But inside, it is a relic. It is running on a chip from 4 years ago. It doesn't know what Apple Intelligence is. It struggles to load the latest games. It is the weak link in your entire digital life. For the last 12 months, the tech world has been holding its breath. We saw the events in September and October. We saw the press releases in November. We saw the new iPads, the new Macs, the new iPhones. But for the three devices that actually run your home, the Apple TV, the HomePod Mini, and the AirTag, there was nothing. Just silence. This silence has left millions of Apple fans asking the same question. Has Apple given up on the smart home? The answer is no. In fact, it is the exact opposite. Apple hasn't abandoned these products. They are holding them back for a reason. They are preparing a coordinated, massive strike that is going to redefine what a smart home actually means. We aren't talking about a spec bump. We aren't talking about a new color for the HomePod. We are talking about a fundamental shift in how your home thinks, listens, and interacts with you. If you're thinking about buying an Apple TV, a HomePod Mini, or an AirTag right now, you need to stop. Put your wallet away. Because the leaks that have surfaced in the last few weeks paint a picture of a 2026 launch window that will make the current hardware look like toys. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what is coming, why the delay happened, and why the next generation of Apple home products is going to change everything. Let's start with the brain of the operation, the Apple TV 4K. For years, the Apple TV has been the hobby product. It was a nice streamer, but it was never a priority. That era is over. The rumors pointing to the next generation Apple TV suggest that Apple is finally taking the gloves off. The current model runs on the A15 Bionic. It's a phone chip from 2021. It's fine for movies, but it is dead on arrival for what comes next. The leaks for the 2026 model indicate a jump to the A17 Pro chip. Let that sink in. The A17 Pro is the world's first 3nm chip that brought console-quality gaming to the iPhone 15 Pro. It supports hardware-accelerated ray tracing. It has a neural engine capable of 35 trillion operations per second. Why would Apple put a chip that powerful into a $150 streaming box? The answer is twofold: gaming and intelligence. Apple has been trying to crack the gaming market for decades. They have failed every time because they never had the hardware in the living room to back it up. With the A17 Pro, the new Apple TV won't just be a streamer. It will be a legitimate console. We are talking about playing games like Resident Evil, Death Stranding, and Assassin's Creed natively on your TV, with high frame rates and realistic lighting, without needing a PlayStation or an Xbox. It turns the Apple TV into the ultimate Trojan horse console, a device you buy for movies, but stay with for the games. But the A17 Pro isn't just about graphics. It is about the neural engine. This brings us to the real reason for the delay: Apple Intelligence. Apple is betting the farm on its new AI features. They want Siri to be conversational, contextual, and deeply integrated into your life. But the current Apple TV simply cannot run these models. It lacks the memory bandwidth and the NPU power. The new model is being built specifically to be the home for Apple Intelligence. Imagine sitting on your couch and saying, "Siri, find me that sci-fi movie where the guy gets stuck on Mars, but only show me options that are free on my current subscriptions." The current Siri would fail. The new Siri, running on the A17 Pro, understands the context. It knows your subscriptions. It knows the movie is The Martian. It finds it instantly. This is the difference between a voice command and a voice assistant. But power is useless if you can't connect to the internet. And this is where the second major upgrade comes in: the N1. The leaks suggest that the new Apple TV will be one of the first devices to feature Apple's custom-designed Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chipset. likely branded as the N1. This chip is rumored to bring Wi-Fi 7 support to the Apple TV. Wi-Fi 7 is not just a speed upgrade. It is a stability upgrade. It allows the device to connect to multiple frequency bands simultaneously. If you live in an apartment building with 50 other routers screaming for bandwidth, or if you have a house full of kids streaming 4K video on their iPads, Wi-Fi 7 cuts through the noise. It virtually eliminates buffering. It reduces latency to near zero, which is critical for cloud gaming services like GeForce Now or Xbox Cloud Gaming. It makes the connection feel wired, even when it isn't. So, you have a console-level chip and a future-proof connection. What else? The camera. For years, we have heard whispers of an Apple TV with a built-in camera. While a fully integrated camera bar might still be a few years away, the 2026 Apple TV is expected to have deep hardware integration for external cameras. We're talking about center stage processing happening on the box itself. This allows you to place a small, dedicated camera on top of your TV and have seamless, high-fidelity FaceTime calls from your couch. It turns your TV into a communication hub, bringing the family together in a way a phone screen never could. Now, let's move to the ears of your home, the HomePod Mini 2. The original HomePod Mini was a massive success, but it is starting to show its age. It launched in 2020 with the S5 chip, a processor designed for an Apple Watch. In 2026 terms, that chip is ancient. It is the reason Siri sometimes takes 5 seconds to turn on a light. It is the reason handoff sometimes fails. It just doesn't have the headroom. The HomePod Mini 2 is rumored to rectify this with a massive silicon injection. We are expecting the S10 chip. This is the processor from the latest Apple Watch Ultra. It is incredibly efficient and surprisingly powerful. With the S10, the HomePod Mini 2 becomes a real-time computing node. It can process voice commands on device. This is huge for privacy and speed. When you say, "Turn on the kitchen lights," the command doesn't go to a server in California and back. It stays in your house. The lights turn on instantly. It solves the latency lag that makes smart homes feel dumb. But the most exciting rumor for the HomePod Mini 2 is about its sensors. The current model has a temperature and humidity sensor, but it is dormant for most users. The new model is expected to feature upgraded environmental sensing, potentially including radar-based motion detection, similar to Google's Soli chip, or advanced UWB presence detection. This means the speaker knows when you enter the room. It can trigger automations based on your physical presence, not just a motion sensor on the wall. You walk in, the lights fade up, and your podcast transfers from your headphones to the speaker automatically. No "Hey Siri" required. It creates a home that reacts to you, rather than you having to control it. The audio architecture is also getting a tweak. While the size will remain similar, Apple loves that tennis ball shape. The internal drivers are being re-engineered for better bass response and clearer dialogue. Computational audio is Apple's secret weapon, and the S10 chip allows for real-time tuning that adjusts the sound thousands of times per second based on the music and the room's acoustics. And finally, we have the most overlooked but essential gadget, the AirTag 2. The original AirTag changed the world. It made lost a thing of the past. But it wasn't perfect. The speaker was too quiet. The precision finding range was limited. And the privacy features needed work. The AirTag 2 is coming to fix all of that. The headline feature here is the second-generation ultra-wideband, UWB, chip. This is the same chip found in the iPhone 15 and 16. It offers 3 times the range of the original U1 chip. What does that mean in the real world? It means you can track your keys from across the house, not just when you're standing in the same room. It means precision finding works in large airports, guiding you to your luggage from 60 meters away rather than 10. But the AirTag 2 is about more than just finding keys. It is a pillar of Apple's spatial computing strategy. With the Vision Pro and future Apple glasses, the AirTag 2 acts as a spatial anchor. You could scatter these tags around your house or office, and your AR headset would use them to map the environment with millimeter precision. It turns your physical world into a digital canvas. There are also rumors of a new form factor. While the coin shape is iconic, it is terrible for wallets. A card-shaped AirTag has been on the wish list for years, and 2026 might finally be the year Apple delivers it, allowing you to track your wallet without a weird bulge in your pocket. So, why hasn't Apple released these yet? Why the long wait? It comes down to the ecosystem. Apple doesn't want to release these products in isolation. They want to release them as a suite. They want to launch the new Apple TV, the HomePod Mini 2, and the AirTag 2 alongside a massive software update that ties them all together. This update, likely part of iOS 19 or iOS 20, will introduce a new HomeOS. HomeOS is the glue. It uses the AI power of the Apple TV, the sensing power of the HomePod, and the tracking power of the AirTag to create a unified model of your home. It knows where everyone is. It knows what devices are on. It knows what you want to do. Launching the hardware piece by piece would dilute the message. By waiting until 2026, Apple can stand on stage and say, "This is the intelligent home." They can show you a vision where everything just works, powered by silicon that is years ahead of the competition. So, here is the verdict. If your current Apple TV is broken, sure, buy a new one. But if it works, wait. If you need a smart speaker today, buy a cheap one. Do not invest heavily in the current HomePod Mini. If you need to track your luggage for a trip tomorrow, buy an AirTag. But don't outfit your whole life with them yet. The products sitting on store shelves right now are the end of an era. They are the Smart Home 1.0. What is coming in 2026 is Smart Home 2.0. It is powered by AI. It is connected by Wi-Fi 7. It is aware of your presence. The jump in performance and capability will be so massive that buying the current generation now will feel like buying a DVD player the week before Blu-ray came out. It works, but you will instantly regret it. The silence from Apple isn't emptiness. It is the deep breath before the plunge. They're stacking the deck. They're building the chips. They're refining the AI. And when they finally reveal this new lineup, it is going to make every other smart home system look broken by comparison. Patience is your best friend right now. The future of the home is coming, and it is worth the wait. Honestly, the AirTag 2 with the second-gen UWB chip is the most practical upgrade here. The current AirTag is great, but the range limitations can be frustrating in big houses or open spaces. Tripling that range changes the utility completely. But the real sleeper hit is the A17 Pro Apple TV. If Apple actually markets it as a game console, it could finally break the curse of Apple doesn't get gaming. It has the power, it just needs the titles. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends who are obsessed with tech, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. The future is loading, and we are here to cover every bite of it. Thanks for watching.